Hey, Forsey family. Hope you are having a great week. It's great to be with you today. It's great to be seeking to see Jesus with you in this season. We're in the Gospel of Luke. We're in Luke 5, the miraculous catch for Peter this past Sunday, seeing Peter respond to Jesus in that way. We're going to continue in Luke 5 this week into really one of my favorite sections of the Gospel of Luke. There's a part here in Luke 5 where you might remember Jesus calls Matthew, Levi, this tax collector, to follow him, and he does. And then I've been memorizing this passage as part of our scripture memory, and it's just struck me. Luke 5:29, it says this: "Then Levi held a great banquet for Jesus at his house." And just that phrase alone, Levi held a great banquet for Jesus at his house. Just think about that. Here's Levi, this guy that, an outsider, should have been an outcast. The disciples expected Jesus to walk right by him. And yet Jesus receives him, calls him to follow after him. And then Levi holds a great banquet, not an average banquet, not a small banquet, a big party. Gives his very best right away to Jesus. This is a guy that had used his position to exploit people and take advantage of people, and now he's using, what he's been given to bless people. A great banquet for Jesus. He's doing something for Jesus. Jesus has meant enough to him that he's now going to do something for him at his house. At his house. This isn't a guy who, does his own thing at his house, goes out, follows Jesus, with his church friends, with the disciples. This is worlds colliding. Jesus, in his identity as a Christ follower now, affecting his whole life. Bringing Jesus into his world. Bringing Jesus into his house with his friends. He invites everybody over. They're all known as sinners and others tax collectors. And he's not ashamed of who he is. He's not ashamed of who Jesus is. He's going to follow him at his house. That's just, that alone is enough to meditate on for me this Sunday. What's it look like to really allow Jesus to have his way in my house, in my life, in my whole life? What's it look like to invite others along, to know him as I do? The end of this passage says it's not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. That's from Luke 5:31. I think about when I was in college, there was our Christian meeting time that I was first invited to met at 5:31. It was Friday night at 5:31 p.m. And the reason was this verse. It was a statement that this group is going to be known for welcoming everyone, even those who would seem sick or messed up by this world's definition. That it's going to be especially those kind of people that can realize their own need for Christ, that they are welcome to follow after him. That resonated with my heart so much. So this is going to be a beautiful passage, a beautiful Sunday. Just look forward to this Luke 5:31 reality becoming more of even who we are as a church, and just how the Lord will speak. So we look forward to it. We'll see you there.